Good evening, football fans, and welcome to another electrifying edition of NFL Spotlight, where we dive deep into the gridiron drama that's got the whole league buzzing. I'm your host, bringing you the latest from the world of pro football, with a special eye on those powerhouse teams from the East Coast, the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. Tonight, we've got a story that's straight out of a Hollywood script. A young quarterback channeling his inner Tom Brady in a heart-pounding comeback that could reshape the AFC playoff picture. But before we jump in, let me ask you this. Have you ever seen a team down by 11 in the fourth quarter, staring defeat in the face, only to snatch victory from the jaws of disaster? Well, buckle up, because that's exactly what happened in Baltimore this weekend, and it's got implications that echo all the way to Philly. Let's set the scene. It's Week 16, deep into the 2025 NFL season, and the New England Patriots are on the road at M&T Bank Stadium, facing off against the tough Baltimore Ravens. The Pats, under head coach Mike Vrabel, a guy who knows a thing or two about grit from his playing days as a linebacker who won 3 Super Bowls with New England, are fighting for their playoff lives. They're sitting at 11 wins coming in, needing this one to punch their ticket back to the postseason for the first time since 2021. And who's leading the charge? None other than second-year quarterback Drake Maye, the kid from North Carolina, who the Pats drafted 3rd overall in 2024, hoping he'd be the heir to the throne left vacant by the legendary Tom Brady. Now, folks, this game started out like a nightmare for New England. The Ravens, with their vaunted defense and that Lamar Jackson-led offense that's always a threat to explode, jumped out to an early lead. By the fourth quarter, the Pats are trailing 24-13, and the crowd in Baltimore is roaring like a freight train. Pressure's mounting, literally, on Maye, who's getting blitzed left and right. The offensive line is banged up, shuffling tackles in and out due to injuries, and Maye's under duress on nearly half his dropbacks in the first half. He takes a sack fumble in the second quarter that kills a scoring drive, and later, on a crucial third down, he gets hammered again, slow to get up. Ouch. That's the kind of hit that tests a young QB's mettle. But here's where the magic happens, and why we're talking about this as one of the games of the year. Maye shakes it off, channels that determination Vrabel praised so highly, and leads not one, but 2 lightning-fast scoring drives. First, he uncorks a 37-yard touchdown bomb to rookie wideout Kyle Williams. Boom. That's a strike that cuts the lead to 3 after a 2-point conversion to running back Ramondre Stevenson. Then, on the next possession, Stevenson bulldozes his way for a 21-yard touchdown run to give the Pats the lead. And to seal the deal, a 33-yard laser to veteran receiver Stephon Diggs, who's been a game-changer since joining New England in the offseason. Maye finishes the night with a career-high 380 passing yards, 31 of 44 completions, 2 TDs, and just 1 pick. The final score, Patriots 28, Ravens 24. Chance of MVP. MVP. Rained down from the traveling Pats fans in the stands. Can you imagine the chills? Coach Vrabel couldn't hide his pride in the post-game presser. He was determined, Vrabel said, leaning into the podium with that intense stare of his. Took a beating but kept getting up, kept fighting, didn't flinch. It was huge for him to come through like that, especially late in the game. And Maye himself, humble as ever, deflecting the spotlight. "I'm so proud of this team, man," he told reporters, still catching his breath. "It took everybody. Our motto this week was win together. And we did just that. Guys were going down left and right. Backups stepping up, making plays they've never made before. Yeah, there's stuff I'd want back. But man, getting this W feels incredible." This one doesn't just lock in the playoffs for the Patriots. It's a statement. They're now 12-4, positioning themselves as a legit contender in the AFC East, where they've been battling the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins all season. Remember, this is the division that's been dominated by the Bills lately, but with Maye's emergence, the Pats are reminding everyone of their dynasty days. Think back to the Tom Brady era, 6 Super Bowl rings, including that epic comeback in Super Bowl 51 against the Falcons, down 28-3. Maye's got that same clutch gene, folks. Statistically, his 380 yards rank among the top quarterback performances this season, and with 2 TDs, he's now at 32 on the year, putting him in the MVP conversation alongside guys like Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. His completion percentage? A solid 70.5% in the comeback drives alone. And defensively, the Pats held Baltimore to just 24 points, with Matthew Judon sacking Jackson twice. Echoes of Vince Wilfork's stuffing runs back in the day. But let's not forget our other focal team tonight, the Philadelphia Eagles, who are grinding through their own NFC East battles. While the Pats were staging this thriller in Baltimore, the Eagles were across the way, prepping for their Week 16 clash against the Dallas Cowboys at Lincoln Financial Field. Philly sitting at 11-4-2, locked in a dogfight with those hated rivals, the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders, for the division crown. Jalen Hurts, that dual-threat wizard, has been lights out, with A.J. Brown hauling in passes like it's nothing and Darius Slay locking down receivers on D. The Birds' defense, led by that resilient line, has allowed the fewest rushing yards in the league this year. Talk about a wall. Tying these two teams together? This storied history, of course. Who can forget Super Bowl 39 in 2005, when the Pats edged out the Eagles 24-21 in a classic, with Brady outdueling Donovan McNabb? Or the revenge in Super Bowl 52 in 2018, where Nick Foles and the underdog Eagles pulled off the Philly special trick play to stun Brady's Pats 41-33. That was the pinnacle of Philly's grit, their first Super Bowl win, celebrated with parades that shut down the city. Fans in green were dancing in the streets, while New England licked their wounds, but came back stronger. These teams represent the best of East Coast football, passionate crowds at the Linc in Philly, where the boos rained down on opponents like snow in a blizzard, versus the loyal, stoic supporters at Gillette Stadium, braving New England winters to cheer on their heroes. Diving deeper into the players, let's talk Drake Maye. At 23, he's already drawing comparisons to Brady, not just for the comebacks, but for his poise. Drafted out of UNC, where he threw for over 8,000 yards in college, Maye's got that rocket arm and quick release. But it's his leadership that's shining. Teammate Ramondre Stevenson, the bruising back who's rushed for 1,200 yards this season, said in a fictional locker room chat, "I'd imagine Drake's our guy. When he's dialed in, we're unstoppable." That TD run, all thanks to the hole he helped create with his reads. On the Eagles' side, Jalen Hurts, former Alabama and Oklahoma star, has evolved into a top 5 QB, with 28 TDs and just 8 picks this year. His bio: overcame being benched in college to lead Philly to a Super Bowl appearance in 2022. Tune in here for more breakdowns, and remember, football's more than a game. It's passion, history, and heart-pounding moments. Until next time, keep cheering loud.